Hey dudes, peeps, what's going on dudes? My name is Rex and we are back with some more Lords of the Fallen, episode 4, and the last episode of everything that you need to know about this game. It's sad, it's very sad that we're here by the end. We're here in the chamber entrance of the Chamber of Lies, and we're gonna grab this weapon here real quick. I honestly suggest picking this up if you're a strength-based character, since it's one of the best weapons. You can pretty much finish the game with this weapon, the last whale. It's really good. As you see me kind of struggling there, this episode, there was a lot of weird things happening in this episode, and I guess you'll see them as they go. But as I was saying in the last episode, there are actually multiple ways in which you can go about doing this whole place. It's kind of a labyrinth, which is something that I never appreciate about games when they do. I'm not a big fan of labyrinths. I'm not a big fan of mazes and not knowing where to go. And holy shit, this place can be that. But like, even worse than your nightmares. So there are actually 3 ways in which you can go about doing this place, as I said before. Thing is, there are 2 levers that you need to open or move to get to the boss, and there are multiple ways to get to those levers, and that's the whole deal, right? So this route that we took here is gotten by defeating the Guardian, as we did on the last episode. It is entirely possible to do this whole thing without killing the Guardian. He's not a boss that needs to be destroyed, as Kefka. Is Kefka? I don't really pay too much attention to the story in this game because it's not that important really, but the girl does tell you that there's an alternate path. If you follow her and you go into the room where you fight the infiltrator, you can go into the secondary route and you can completely evade the Guardian, which I don't honestly suggest doing, especially if you're agility based, since the weapon that the boss gives you is actually pretty good. As you can see, I'm using it here, and it's pretty powerful. It's and just like most agility-based weapons, they kind of rely on the combo to do most of their damage, but holy shit, it is a lot of damage. It is also pretty good if you want to kill phantoms in this area. Oh, I'm showing you guys a statue. That's actually a secret, those little statues over there, and we're gonna find a way to break them to get their item. There are 4 in the map, not in this map, but in the game, and I'll show you where every single one of those statues are located and the items that you get from them. So that's gonna be it's gonna be a hoot. It's gonna be great. And this guy falls down in there. This is what I was mentioning before, that there's a lot of crazy shit happening in this episode, and then I go and try to kill this guy, and he just falls down again. Well, 2, which is funny because it's never happened to me before. And just saw me kind of going. That's pretty much what I do now that I've been recording without commentary. Just, you know, because I'm doing the commentary post, so I was recording by myself, which is something that I'm learning to do now. I'm not used to it. It's kind of my way to demonstrate happiness or intrigue. I just kind of run around in circles. But yeah, you can completely evade the Guardian. I don't suggest doing it, but this is the first path that I usually take, which I think is the easiest path. You go kill the Guardian, then you enter into this whole entrance chamber or whatever. And then it's just a matter of following the path that I'm taking. I guess I'm not going to explain everything as I do it, so you have to pay attention to this screen here. This is not the door. But you have to pay attention to the footage because it's very easy to get lost in this section. There are a lot of really good weapons that we can get here. Especially the one of my favorite swords in the game. Actually, it's a great sword because you can use it with any build. Look at this. He like kind of holding himself there to life. I think it's hilarious. But we're about to get my favorite weapon in the game, which it's a weapon that you can actually use with, as I said before, with any build. And the reason for that is the requirement for the weapon is a strength value of 8. And I'm pretty sure that every character class starts with at least 8 strength. So you can use this with any build. And holy shit, it is amazing. The thing about the weapon is that it doesn't have I believe it doesn't have any runes slots, so you can't improve it any further, and it doesn't scale. It doesn't have any runes. It doesn't scale with any attribute either. So whatever damage it does, that's the damage that it's always going to do, which means that it is probably going to be a horrible weapon for New Game Plus. It's really not meant to be for New Game Plus. On the other hand, for the first playthrough of the game, holy shit, it is amazing. It doesn't matter how weak you are. It doesn't matter what stats you wield. that shit will do damage. You can see how much damage it's doing. It's really good. It's fast. Its attack pattern, its moveset is really cool. I just love it in general. It's just a great weapon. And I always end up using it because swords are cool in this game, I guess. But yeah, if you're a heavy strength-based weapon, then you have to use the last duel that we got at the beginning of the episode. That's a fantastic weapon. You can use this. There's a lot of weapons you can get in this freaking section. Honestly, the best weapon of every class. I believe you can get it here. It's kind of fantastic. We're gonna get a hammer named Thor later, which is another super heavy strength-based hammer, which is fantastic, and it's gonna be partially one of the keys to completing the secrets of the statues, and you're gonna see when I do that. I actually went and jumped to the other side of the that hallway over there, and you see that I cut it out. There's really nothing over there, and it took a very long time for me to kind of go through that entire section. That's me getting Thor. Have a mental image of that place, guys, because that's a very important secret in the game, and it's very easy to miss, and that's the hammer that we're going to be using to break the statues. So create that mental image to know where it is, because it's very important. But anyways, the other path that we evaded, there's nothing there. It's just a couple of armor sets. Actually, not even an armor set. It's just pieces of an armor set, which I don't think is really that good anyway, so I just decided to leave it out of the episode. It's really not that important, and if anything, it'll just complicate matters and make you help you guys get lost in this nightmare of a map, so I'm just gonna not even bother. But as you can see, that's not the actual Annihilator boss. Believe it or not, he's not a Rogar Lord. Or actually, whether he's a Lord or not, I guess it's undisputed, but he's supposed to not be a bad guy. Apparently he's good. But since we're evil, we're gonna go and kill him anyways. We'll get to that, don't worry about it. But you can see the power of Scab. It's pretty much our ghost killing weapon. As I show you guys the creature. I like the graphics in this game. They're magnificent as my character does this spectacular kind of move with the staff. But yeah, as you can see there, that's the lever. We're gonna press it. What do you call this? Press it, move it, activate the lever. What's the verb for that? You swing the lever. We're gonna activate it, which is it's just one of the two. The other one is on the other side. I don't know if you caught a glimpse of it, but it's on the other side of the bridge, and we're gonna have to get to that other side so that we can press that lever and then finally go and well, first talk to that big fat lord and then go and kill the boss. But yeah, so this is the first way. As you can see, it's pretty simple. You just kind of follow the hallway, and then you do exactly what I did, and you can get to the lever. It's not that big of a deal. There are two doors, one to my right and one to my left. You don't have to worry about them. This one, and specifically the one that I just passed through, the one to, if you just enter the hallway, the one to your left is where the checkpoint is if you want to get it. But other than that, just go forward and you can finish this zone really easy. But as you can see, you use the hammer Thor, and then I guess it's Thor, it's not Thor. You hit the statue and you get the last trader. It's just a piece of the armor set. I'm gonna be going through every single statue, and you're gonna see me finalizing the set as this guy just being a humongous pain in the ass. There you go. Get the helmet. The set, it's really good. The thing about this game is that this game is really short, so just by kind of going through the game, you'll eventually get better gear. You know, and like it really doesn't take too long for me to get a better version of this gear. It's, you know, the thing is, it's medium armor, so it's probably my favorite medium armor in the game. It's not just really powerful since you get it pretty late in the game, but it's holy shit, it's definitely my favorite piece of my favorite set in the game in terms of aesthetics. It's definitely the most cool looking one, and as soon as we get it all completed, I'm gonna spend about 10 seconds and I'll show you the entire set in my character, and I'm just expecting you all to have orgasms abound. But yeah, this is the second way. Just look where I'm going. I'm actually, if you remember the infiltrator, I'm just going towards the infiltrator room because that's where the second place is. I'm not actually going to go through the third way of getting to the lever, but if you want to know, the third way is, you guys remember, I believe it was 2 episodes ago, the second episode, there was this section where I was jumping a bunch of cracks. There's like this secret hallway where I was a couple of precipices, and I was just jumping from crag to crag just to get a little staff. that's where you go. There's a door there that you can actually use your gauntlet to open, and that'll lead you into the Chamber of Lies, and that's just another way to do it. So, you know, if you want to do that, there you go. It's just another way of doing it. I didn't do it because I didn't need to, but I have never actually done it, so, you know, take that with a grain of salt. But I've seen the door, and I know that the door connects inside because I've tried it, but I've never actually done a playthrough just using that and completely evading the Guardian. But I'm almost positive that you can do it, so, you know, have that with a grain of salt. So I'm gonna just kill this couple guys, get the chests. Not many sets here that I'm really interested in, weapons or armors. I'm just kind of, you know, grabbing things, trying to get as many runes as possible just to make sure that I can open doors and open chests, because there's a lot of secrets in this area. There's a girl. The girl's going to tell you that this is just a secret door that has been kind of... I guess I don't want to really get into the story, I'm sorry, but it's whatever, it doesn't matter. The thing is, we need to open the door. The door that's just guarding, we need to find a way to open it. And there's actually a lever all the way up here, as you can see that I'm going. And there's a lever, and we're going to go and open it. You're going to be fighting a massive poison beast here, which, holy shit, he's just obnoxious. They take a lot of damage. I guess we fought one in the last episode, so you know how pain in the ass they are. They're kind of hard to hit without getting hit, since they're so bulky, and it's hard to break their poise. So even if you start attacking them like crazy, they'll just attack you back and hurt you with it. Just look at that kick. Yeah, and they can take a lot of damage too, so it's just whatever. So you can see that I have so much armor and so much vitality that it doesn't matter as much. Like I decided to just go and attack him and take the damage like a boss. I guess the poison is probably the biggest threat. As you can see, it's dealing a substantial amount of damage. I guess I don't really have that much resistance to poison. It's not really that needed anyway in this game, so whatever, doesn't matter. Always be careful that they explode, so stay away from them when they do that. We're gonna open this chest here. This is why I'm grabbing all the small runes, because there's a lot of this chest that can be open. There you go, we're gonna get the Fallen. Awesome. I believe the other part of the Fallen set is gotten through the, oh shoot, let me see if I remember. Or do I remember? No, I don't think I have it yet. Because there's as I said before, there's a set that you can get on the path that I didn't show in the video, but I'm not sure if that's it. It's just not a set that I usually use, because the boss that we're going to be fighting next, which is the Annihilator, he's not really that difficult. I'm going to show you a way in which you can defeat him without getting hit at all. So, you know, the concept of having heavy gear before that fight is really not necessary, and then after you defeat the Annihilator, you get a new set of gear, so you don't have to worry about it at all. But here's the third statue. We're gonna break it and get the leg armor. So now we're only missing one piece of the puzzle, which is going to be great, since again it's my favorite piece of gear in the game. So I'm really excited. I'm gonna level up some here. I don't need any more agility, to be perfectly honest. Like 26 is pretty much the I believe you need 28 or 29, 28 or 29 to get the strongest agility weapon based in the game. I believe the highest requirement there is 28 or 29, so that's pretty much like top of the class there. But I'm not gonna be using them, so you know, it's really not a worry. Let's go ahead and open this bad boy and get in there. So this is the second entrance to the Chamber of Lies, and yeah, it pretty much looks the same. You're gonna see that everything just kind of looks similar, and it's really easy to get lost like that. This entrance actually does happen to have a checkpoint crystal, which is fantastic. I'm gonna have a really hard time defeating this freaking guy here, because the way I completely forgot where the vase is that contains his heart, so I'm gonna have to see if I can kill it so that I can find out the location of the heart, and then kill him again so that he actually dies. As you can see, I'm just kind of scouting around, but I didn't see the vase, so I'm gonna go ahead and kill him. It's just a pain in the ass. But no matter. There's a secret here that I want to get that you guys are going to see in a second. There you go. Showing me where the vase is. And it's probably the weapon that I'm going to use for the remainder of the game, if I remember correctly. And it's kind of a secret weapon. It's a secret chest located in a secret jump. And it actually is considered, I consider it at least, an Easter egg. And I'm sure that a lot of people will consider it an Easter egg as well. So you guys better be excited about that. I tried to kill this guy and he just fell into the staircase, and now I'm having a really hard time, and then suddenly I'm having a really easy time because I managed to hit both of them. But yeah, before you make this jump, I sincerely suggest getting the checkpoint. It's Pretty important. There's a shield here, so you might as well get it. This is the void shield. It's a mummified shield. It has like a mummy on the shield, which I think is fantastic. Sadly, I can't use it since it's strength based, but you know what I mean. Anyways, accidentally. Oh, this is not the part. Ooh, okay, this is not the part where I fall. Never mind. I'm gonna make the jump here. This is something that I just figured out that I had no clue. The floor actually falls down. I guess every time you play this game, you learn something new. I've made this jump like so many times, and I never fall into that little section of the bridge. So it's the first time that I've actually fallen there, which I was surprised about. But here we go, guys. This is the weapon that I'm going to use him for the rest of the playthrough. It's called Claws. Now, what makes this weapon so goddamn cool? Read the description. It's made by a hero named Big Cat Logan. So that's an Easter egg. I'm not sure what Easter egg is supposed to be referring to. You see, there's a character. So this game is kind of it's a Dark Souls ripoff. I mean, come on, let's be real here, guys. This is Dark Souls, right? It's just cheaper, clunky Dark Souls. Oh, there's the other statue, by the way. But anyways, there's a character in Dark Souls 1 called Big Hat Logan, and now the claws are for Big Cat Logan. You know, like it's very similar. So I'm considering it an Easter egg. On the other hand, the claws. They're pretty much Wolverine claws, and the character Wolverine is called Logan, so, you know, I don't know. What do you guys think? It could be either Logan from Wolverine, or it could be Big Hat Logan from Dark Souls. So, I don't know. Anyways, that's the last statue. We got them all now, so I'm gonna equip the last trader set so that you guys can see. You can already see at least the top part, how freaking cool it is. But I'm going to show you here in the game. I'm going to see if I can get the camera here closer. Look at this, man. This is so cool. Holy shit, man. I love it. I love it so much. It has like a Sauron from Lord of the Rings vibe on it, which I love so much. It's great. This game, like, look, people can say whatever they want about this game. This game has amazing armor art. Like, fucking great. Every single piece of armor here just looks amazing. It looks so cool that if you were to present me this character in another game, in a Zelda game or in a Lord of the Rings game, and you would say, yeah, that's the last boss, I would totally believe you. It's so cool. I'm gonna equip Scab here to defeat this guy. The problem with Firewalker, which is the weapon we get from the Guardian, my flaming swords, is that the description says that most of the damage of the weapon is actually fire, but in reality it's not. It's just like 10 points of damage per strike that is actually fire, which is very. I don't like it. Like that's way too low. You know, like if my weapons are gonna be caught on fire, then at least make it like 70% fire damage, but it's not. It's just like 10% fire damage. And I've tried multiple times to defeat ghosts with those daggers, and it takes forever since the fire damage is not that high at all. So that's why I'm using Scab, since most of it is actually fire damage from Scab. But here you go, guys. This is the claw. I had to use a rune on it, so it was actually viable. But as you can see, the damage is amazing, and it looks pretty much like Wolverine claw. So here's the other lever. We're gonna activate it, and that's it. That's the end of this little whole puzzle section. Happy to leave this place. All that we're doing with this levers is we're lowering some of the floors, because I don't know if you paid attention to it, but the path leading to that big giant monster was blocked by this kind of walls, and what we're doing is we're lowering the walls to make them into pathways. But anyways, this is the door. You saw that we opened it before with the gauntlet, so now you know where it is. It's by the first, if you're lost already, the door is by the first path that we took. So you defeat the Guardian, you go forward, and by the very entrance, all you have to do is move forward, to be honest. You kill the Guardian, you move forward, you enter the Chamber of Lies, you move forward, and then you turn to the right, and that's it. This is the entrance. It's pretty simple. You know, there's no reason to lose yourself in here. Anyways, I'm gonna skip all those ghosts because I don't have to kill them. It's kind of annoying. We're gonna lower this lever, and there's gonna be a little cinematic here that I'm gonna skip. But it's pretty much the girl telling you that this monster is the key to everything that she's been kind of working towards, and that the monster knows the location of her family. But I tell her that I'm gonna kill the monster because I am just kind of an asshole. Now, this is one of those moments in the game where you can actually make a choice. You can choose to kill the monster, or you can choose to spare it. If you spare it, the girl will leave with the monster. I guess they get teleported to another dimension or something where her family is, and she gets to live happily ever after. Otherwise, you can just kill the monster for no reason. I mean, other than the fact that it is a monster and you're supposed to kill monsters. But if you kill the monster, she obviously stops talking to you and she doesn't want to help you anymore, and she's just like, fuck you, dude, and you're like, okay. As you can see there, the monster is dead. You can actually jump into the armor. You can see that the armor below where his head is. You can jump in there and walk around. There's nothing in there, so... I actually spent like at least 10 minutes just roaming around in his armor just to see if I could find a secret or something, but there's nothing in there, so don't worry about it. Anyways, whether you decide to save it or kill it makes absolutely no difference. Oh, here I fell. I said before, there's so many times where I jump by accident and it's really the game just kind of fucking with me, but I'm gonna use the ghost merge here to get my souls back. Because I spawned on the other side of the map. But anyways, whether you kill it or not makes absolutely no difference. All it does is it changes the ending. So in the ending, you're gonna get kind of like a summary of everything you did. It'll tell you like, and you were brave and you saved the creatures, or you killed them all. Like it'll change depending on whatever choices you make in the game, and that's obviously one of the choices. But it makes no difference if you're not interested in the ending. It makes absolutely no difference. But anyways, that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna go ahead and fight the boss. This is the Annihilator. We're gonna kill this little fiery dog first, so that he's not because I wanna walk all stylishly here. God damn it! I wanna walk here all stylishly because this is my favorite boss in the game. And there's nothing that cool about him. Like he's not, you know, he's just a standard big ass boss with a maze. But I just love the battle because he's such a cool boss to evade. I don't know how to explain it. I just have a really good time fighting this boss. But there you go. This, he really only has two main moves, in terms of normal attacks. He has this combo where he does, 3 different attacks. He goes and hits you with this vertical strike, which is easy to evade. Then he kind of follows that up with a horizontal strike, which all you have to do is really just walk backwards. And then he goes with another vertical strike, which you can just move to the side to evade it. Like, he's just really easy to evade, but it doesn't change how cinematic and cool the battle is. That's pretty much his main moveset. You're gonna see it do here. He's gonna hit... Oh, that's not it. That's the second move he does. Let's see if he does the first one that I'm talking about. So there you go. Vertical strike. Then he's gonna follow it up with this horizontal or I guess move, whatever, and then another strike. If you see what I'm doing, I get hit here, but I was just kind of trying things out. I'm gonna show you how to evade it without fault. Look at this guy. So you move to the side. He's gonna do this thing. You move back, and then you move to the side again. That's all you have to do, and I'm gonna do it more over and over again so you guys can tell. There you go. To the side, to the back, and then to the side again. Boom. He cannot touch me. He's gonna do it again to the side. Oh, it's the second attack though, but it doesn't matter. To the side, then to the back, and then to the side again. All you have to do, and this boss will not touch you. It's fantastic. And it's even cooler because of this weapon, the claws. They allow you to dodge in the middle of the combo, which is fantastic. You're going to see me using that skill a lot. So let's evade it one more time and hit him. And you can see that I'm going to use the combo and then evade in the middle of it. Like, the combo wasn't even done and I dodged out, which is fantastic. A lot of weapons don't allow you to do that, so, you know, the speed of it is very much appreciated. Very, very much appreciated. That's the other move he has, but it's really easy to avoid. All you have to do is kind of walk back. But yeah, as soon as you get him to, I believe he's about half, when you destroy 2 of his bars, he will start doing this move where he is going to stun you and then electrify you. The only way to actually avoid it is to be really far away from him. As soon as you see him kind of do it, you have to walk back. And if you do it, he's still going to stun you, but you're going to have enough time before the electrocution actually hits you to allow you to escape it. If you're too close, like I'm going to be for a lot of this match, you will not have enough time to evade it, and it'll always hit you. Did you see that he does this thing? This is where you're supposed to run all the way back, but I didn't, and because of that I get stunned and then I get electrified. Yeah, the only way to avoid it is to be really, really far, but it doesn't really matter because the damage is not that impressive, and since that's pretty much the only move he has that actually hits you, it's really not that big of a deal. The way to get his special weapon is by doing the killing blow with an electric-based weapon. Now, the problem with that thing is that there are really no electric-based weapons in this game. There are only a couple. One of them is gotten through the DLC, so if you don't have the DLC, then tough luck. The other one is a secret weapon, which is called... Fuck, what is it called? Shit, I'm gonna put the name of the screen here, in the screen. But it's a secret weapon. I'm gonna show it to you guys tomorrow. I don't know if tomorrow or the day after, but I'm gonna make a secrets video and I'll show you all the secrets in this game, and then I'm gonna show you the weapon and how to get it. But the upgraded version of this weapon is actually electric based, so you can use that. And I believe you can maybe use... You can use the weapon he gives you is called Lightning, and you can use this weapon as well, his own weapon, on the New Game Plus version of him to kill him, to get the special version of it, which is kind of silly. I believe you can also use the shield from the Lost Brothers, the electric shield that you get if you kill the electric Lost Brother last. You get his shield, and I believe you can do damage with it if you shield bash him. If you like run and shield ram, and you do damage, and I believe that's electric damage, so you can actually kill him with that. But you know, the amount of ways in which you can kill this boss with electric weapons is very limited, which is kind of a shame. You saw me kind of go through all my weapons to make sure that I didn't have anything electric based, but there's just nothing, man. There's literally nothing in this game that's electric based, which I find it completely idiotic that they wouldn't give you something. It really is just stupid. Anyways, I'm gonna skip this entire section because it's all story based, it's all cinematic. Once you do the cinematic, the god is gonna give you one of the strongest armor sets in the game, but it depends on what class you are. Since I'm light armored, he just gives me the demo armor, which is, I guess I'm gonna show you here how it looks like. It looks like your generic thief, I guess. You can see how I look there. It's pretty cool. I like it. You know, it's not as Sauron-y as as the last trader said, but it's cool, it's fast, and still pretty bulky. You know, all things considered, it's a really, really good set. Now, if you go into the door straight up, you actually get to fight the Lost Brothers, which is very dangerous, since you saw me just now defeat the Annihilator, which means that if you die in the Lost Brothers, you kind of lose a lot of experience, so you don't want to do that. Because of that, I suggest entering this whole section here, this challenge portal, just to get the checkpoint and heal up, because the Lost Brothers can be a big pain in the ass. You see me getting some stuff. Oh, I actually got the Equalizer, which is a rare drop. The Equalizer drops your main stat by 7, but increases all of your other stats by 2. So it equalizes your stats, I guess, if you can say that. I'm not going to use it. I actually had it equipped here by accident, but I'll unequip it later. The Lost Brothers are actually a really, really tough battle. Very different from the Annihilator in that regard, because the Annihilator is one of the easiest bosses in the game. This one, on the other hand, is really tough. Thankfully, you don't have to fight both of them at the same time. One of them just kind of goes up, and you just have to deal with one of the brothers at the same time. The Electric Brother is considered to be the weakest one. His range attack, that little ball of lightning, is really easy to dodge. His combo leaves him more open than his brother, which is nice. And the other ability he has, that little tantrum he does, where he electrifies a big area around him. The thing about that tantrum is that if you're wearing heavy armor, if you have a lot of poise, you can actually poise through that electric attack, which means that while he's jumping, you can actually hit him, which is probably one of the best ways to hit him. Just equip something really heavy, which is something you're gonna see me do in a second. Later, in a minute, I'm gonna change to a heavier set, because it's just so much easier to do this with a heavier set. But you can just poise through that electric damage and just attack him, which is the best way to do it. The fire guy, as I said, in contrast, is the hardest boss out of the two. He only hits you once. You see that jab he does? He only has that one jab. The brother has 2 jabs. This one only has 1. But the thing is, it's a lot harder to evade, since you see that there's really no tell. He doesn't tell you that he's gonna jab. He just and does it. And it's pretty much impossible to evade, and hard to block if you're agility based, especially because your shield is not that good, to be honest. He has this fire move where he just kind of engulfs his own a section around him in fire, and I'm gonna be again picking the heaviest armor that I can find, because it's just the best way to kill this boss. But he engulfs an entire area around him with fire, and it does a lot of damage. It doesn't matter really how much armor you have, like it really will do a lot of damage. So I honestly suggest getting some fire resist. Probably at this point you probably have some crystals that give you fire resist. This is the time to use them. There's literally no other time in the game to use that. This is it. So if you have them, use them, boys. Fire runes, I guess they're not really that needed. It's not like it's that difficult. I was having a lot of issues because I spent like the first freaking 3 potions because I was wearing light armor and I was getting wrecked. But now that I have heavy armor, you're gonna see me having a more easier time here. And you're gonna see how much, how I can poise through the tantrum. You're gonna see that in a while it's really not gonna matter that he's gonna do that. But with this battle, oh my god, the two of them attacking me at the same time here. You don't have to worry, the other one just kind of leaves, but... You're gonna see that I decided to take a more offensive approach to this battle, and I'm gonna start just kind of wrecking shit. Because the thing about this guy is that their attacks are very difficult to dodge. Even if you're good at dodging, you see that their jabs are very hard to tell when they're coming. And they go way too fast. Like, there's just no way that you can really evade them, so you might as well just kind of tank them. You see that I'm tanking them right here. The elemental damages, you can tank them as well. It's just better to just go offensive. Go and do as much damage as possible and just not give a shit. Which is a weird way to approach a Souls-based game, but it's just what it is, right? It is what it is. The special weapon in this boss is it depends on which one you kill first. It's a guaranteed. It doesn't matter what you do in this battle, you'll always get a special. Well, I guess it's a shield. It's not a weapon. You will always get a special shield if you kill the fire bro last, then you get a fire shield. If you kill the electric bro last, then you get an electric shield. The shields are identical. They're both agility based, but they're both identical in poise, in defense. It makes no difference. The only difference is that the fire shield blocks fire 100% of the time, and the electric shield blocks electric attacks 100% of the time. And I believe they do. The fire one does fire damage when you block, so it retaliates with fire. Those of you who hurt you, and same thing with electric one, but with electricity. So it's pretty good. I'm actually gonna use it. I'm gonna kill the fire guy last. It makes no difference, to be honest, because the last boss, the judge, he doesn't really have an element. I guess he does a little bit of poison. But whether you choose fire or electricity makes no difference, at least for the first playthrough. Obviously, if you're gonna go into New Game Plus, you might as well choose wisely, depending on what bosses you usually have a harder time with, but bosses are really easy, so I wouldn't even sweat it. But there you go, one guy down. When you kill one, the other boss, the other bro, gets the ability of the Lost Brother, so now you're gonna see a fire-based brother using some electric attacks, which is whatever. It's actually a lot better this way, because there's a chance that you see that he does the tantrum, which means that you can hit him a lot since it doesn't really hurt you as much. On the other hand, the fire does, so if he actually does the electric stuff, it's good for you. There's nothing, not much to talk here. I mean, you can see that I'm having a really hard time because I spent the first half of the battle with light armor, so I used up a lot of my potions, which means that I was pretty close to dying here. It was actually a very, very close battle. You're gonna see that was the last potion that I had. So I was very stressed here because I really didn't want it to die. Dying is not very good. If you would have seen the because in the cinematic that I skipped after the Annihilator, the game gives you like a small detail of all the bosses that you've killed and how many tries they took you to kill them, and I've pretty much had a perfect run. That is not, it's technically not true, since I had to quit the champion a couple of times since I wasn't getting the special weapon that I wanted, so I had to quit it out, but he didn't actually kill me, so I don't know if you can count that, but regardless, I didn't want to die, so I was stressed out. There we go, guys, the Lost Brothers are done. That's the boss before the last, so all we have to do now is kill the last boss. There's still some enemies to kill before that, so, you know, it's not over yet. We still have about 20 minutes left, as you can see from the remainder of the video, so there you go. Defender. My throat is starting to hurt. Damn it, I'm talking too much. You see there, it's an agility-based shield. The electric one is pretty much the same. You see that I'm happy here using it. I'm gonna go back to using a little, something a little bit more light, because heavy stuff is cool. I'm just kind of dodging for a while, even if it's not as good as just being super heavy. I just kind of felt like using the trader set because holy shit, it looks awesome. It's all about aesthetics, guys. It's all about how you look. Now, this is the only way to go. There's a couple of, well, you can go back into the catacombs, but there's nothing down there, so you're gonna have to fight a couple of these humans. They consider you a traitor because you were supposed to kill the god, and they were told that if I returned, meant that either the god was not dead, so I betrayed them, or I became a bad guy. So either way, they had to kill me. So now the humans are in it to murder me, which is fine. I actually enjoy killing humans more than killing Rogars. The humans are more tactical. You know, they run around, they dodge, they have... they're just difficult, I guess. More health, more damage. I like them. Except this big guys, though. This shield guy here. Holy freaking god. I have so many issues killing this guy because they're kind of difficult to backstab. The angle is very awkward. You see that? I'm going to be trying this for a while. I'm going to go and shield ram it, and then I'm going to try and go towards his back to backstab him, but I'm going to fail miserably like a couple of times. It's so difficult. You see that I'm going all the way to the back and hitting him, and it's not working. Thing is, this is not like Dark Souls where the character does an animation where he's like struggling with his life after you shield slam him, you know, he's like, oh my head, and he just does this thing where he's just kind of moving his back around. It doesn't matter how much he moves his back around, the target on the back of his back, it's always not gonna move, right? Because the actual character is not technically moving, he's just an animation, right? So it doesn't matter how much he moves, the target is gonna be on the same angle. The problem here in this game is not the case. If they move, then the target on their back moves as well. So you need to hit him on the back precisely when the back is in front of you, regardless of the animation. So it's just awkward because sometimes you feel like you're walking all the way to the back and hitting it, and it's just not working. I don't like it this way. I like it in Dark Souls. It's just more... I just like my Dark Souls games when they're more predictable, you know, like when everything is consistent. I like that. Anyways, guys, you can get in that portal if you want. You can see that I have like no potions, and there's usually always a crystal, a checkpoint crystal, in those portals. Well, I guess it depends on the type of portal. The earlier ones don't really have that, but a lot of the late portals have this mini game where you have to kill a bunch of people and survive waves of enemies. And if you do survive the waves, then you get a chest. Those mini games tend to have they always have a checkpoint, so that's one of them. So if you are like me having issues with your health, then I suggest going in there and grabbing that checkpoint. I kind of blanked out on it here as I was playing, but I'm gonna go there later. You see that I was trying to get the backstab, but I'm gonna get it here in a sec. Let's see, I'm gonna choke him there, and then boom! There we go. So I waited a little second there to do it. It's a little... It requires practice, it really does. Ooh, this weapon, guys. Curse. Yeah, I see me being happy. This is one of the secret weapons in the game. It might not look too secret to you guys, and it might look like it's released it again. The thing is, you can actually improve this weapon. This is one of the only weapons in the game that you can improve, as in upgrade it into a better version. You know, I'm not talking about runes, like whipping runes to it. I'm not talking about any of that. I'm talking about actually improving it, getting a curse +1. That's what I'm talking about, and this is one of the only weapons in the game that you can actually do that. I'm not going to do it in this episode. I'm actually going to do it on the next one, on my all secrets in Lords of the Fallen videos, so look forward to that. It's pretty easy, actually. It's not that, and it's pretty cool too, so, you know, look forward to it. Anyways, I did the thing here, the little portal minigame, as you can see, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the reward. Not that interesting, you know, nothing that exciting, just a couple of, a heavy set of lords and a hammer. If you're going that route, then sure, but the most important here, obviously, was the checkpoint. That's what I wanted to get. I'm not gonna change gears because I really like this gear set. So, oh, there's another wall that you can break. This is as soon as you go out into the Citadel again. That's a secret door. I'm gonna show you guys the key tomorrow again. So be freaking guys, just chillax, man, chillax. Anyways, boys, this is the last section of the game. So this is gonna be our last pass through the Citadels, where we're gonna kill a bunch of humans and we're gonna battle our way into Antanas so that we can confront him and kill him for the first and last time. So again, as I said before, on the last time that I was here, there are a lot of secrets, man, a lot of secrets in this place, and sadly I'm not gonna be able to cover them all in this video. So if you see me kind of going through the ores and checking them out and looking at them, know that there's, you know, there are important things in there. I'm just not gonna cover them yet, so relax, boys, relax. But yeah, so we're just gonna go through here. Nothing that exciting. Pretty much the same thing we've been doing for a while, just killing a bunch of humans. These guys actually have a very low chance of dropping really good weapons. In fact, the best weapons in the game in terms of... This is something that, before I get into the weapons, this is something that was happening a lot in this section. I don't know if it's just the weapon that I'm using or there's something about this humans in particular, but holy shit, I was juggling with them, literally playing with them, like sending them up in the air with this weapon. And I'm gonna there's gonna be an instance later on where I'm just gonna do it consistently for like a while, and it's gonna be hilarious. But anyways, the best weapons in the game in terms of the requirements of, I was having a really hard time fighting this guy. In terms of the requirements of your stats, because usually in this game, the higher the requirements of a weapon, like if it requires like 30, a weapon that requires 30 strength is usually better than a weapon that requires 20, for example. Right? That's what I mean, right? This guys over here, the humans, have a chance of dropping the strongest agility-based weapon in the game. I believe it's, again, 28 or 29, I'm not sure what it is. So, you know, you have to be lucky, you have to kill them a lot, farm them, I guess. Maybe invest a lot in luck in your stats and, you know, have a kill streak or something going. But they do have a chance, and they will drop it. It's just you know, rare. But it's really good if you can get the chance. Look at this, man. I'm just sending him flying for some reason. I'm not sure about the armored guys, the big shield guys. I know that the Thieves' Heel do drop those daggers, but I'm not sure about the shield guys. But anyways, look at this. Can you... what? What? Can anyone explain this to me? How is this even a thing? Is this real life? See, I don't know if it's a claw. I should have probably tested it with a different weapon. So I'm not sure if it's just a claw or if it happens with every weapon here, but I don't know, man. I thought it was hilarious. Anyways, I'm gonna make kind of a mistake here. I know that there's a crystal, a checkpoint crystal here in the section of the map, and I wanted to go get it. I just completely forgot that if you go here, you pull two guys. I knew this because I've made this mistake. This is not the very first time I've made this mistake. I've made this mistake a lot. And I went in and fell for it. So now I'm going to have to kill these guys, which is kind of a pain in the ass. I was, I guess, half hoping that I would get their dagger. So in a sense, maybe it was not just completely worthless. Sadly, I didn't get it. Oh, this attack. You see that? He just disappears and attacks. That shit hurts like a bitch. And it's impossible to... It's really hard to block and evade because you never know where he's coming from. I believe he usually appears behind you regardless of how much you're running or, you know, what angle you take. He'll always appear behind you and do that little jumping attack he does. I was lucky to evade it, but most of the time he hits me. It's kind of difficult. Can I... Actually, I should probably get some water before I start some of these super long recording sessions. My throat is killing me. Anyways, the commander here, it's gonna challenge you to a duel since, you know, you betrayed them after all. This is another part in the game where you actually get a choice. You can choose to spare him or you can choose to kill him. It makes absolutely no difference. If you kill him, however, well, I guess if you kill him, you do get a ring. Which I guess is his ring. The ring he gives you is a... It's a ring that increases your poise. Again, I'm not... The thing about poise in this game is that it's not balanced at all. Sometimes I feel like I have a lot of poise and I'm wearing the heaviest pieces of armor and I have a super massive shield and it's awesome. And I'm still getting completely like tossed around by little ants. You know, that's the problem with this game. So I don't really rely a lot on poise in this game. I believe it gives you... I don't remember exactly how much it gives you, maybe 10 or 20 points in poise, which is okay, and it's not bad at all. It's good, actually. But it's not really my cup of tea. I'm of the idea that my Dim Hope ring is probably the best ring in the game. It just heals you. It's just perfect. Otherwise, just... Otherwise, just use Backbreaker to get an extra 10 points in weight, which is even better. It allows you to wear heavy armor while still being able to dodge, which is great. So, you know, that's how I roll. That's how I roll. Heavy. But that's it. Oh, you can actually kill these guys. You know, it actually does affect your ending. You're gonna get a little line in the ending where it says like you played through the game very efficiently. You know, you would help the people that would reward you, and then you would kill the people that had no use to you. And that triggers if you kill a bunch of useless people like those, you know, because they literally offer no help to you. They don't. Their quests are done, so it doesn't matter. So when you kill them, the game is like, yeah, okay, they had no use for you, so you kill them. Which I think is kind of cute that the game actually does that. It's great. I Thing is, you're gonna find a lot of peoples in this section of the game that are gonna be kind of in fetal position, just kind of, you know, crying, being scared, trying to go to their happy place or something. And you can kill them, of course. There really is nothing negative about it. Problem is that some of those guys will actually fight back. Like this one, I believe. I don't know if I remember exactly if this was one of them. But there are going to be more rogues and warriors that are going to be kind of crying in a corner. And if you attack them, they're going to fight back. And they're fully fledged enemies. Like, they'll kick your ass. Like, they're on the same level as these guys. So you have to be careful about it. Oh, send him flying. So, you know, that's the thing. Planetarian chest key. I actually decided to take a little detour to go and show you guys what chest this opens. I felt I felt like a really nice person. It's kind of a pain in the ass because we're gonna have to kill a bunch of extra enemies just to get to that chest. But I felt like you guys might get a kick on it. The things I do for you guys. Anyways, before we get to that moment in time, we're gonna talk to the blacksmith. The blacksmith's gonna tell me that the rune that the god gave me can be used to enhance my weapon. And if I choose to enhance my weapon, and if I kill the last boss with my enchanted weapon, then I'm going to send the soul of Antanas into the god. That's another option that you get that changes your ending. If you choose to imbue your weapon with the rune to kill the last boss with it, then you pretty much give power to the god and you bring the god back to the world so that he can rule us with his god-like abilities or whatever. If you choose not to do it, if you just don't use the rune at all, then you bring balance to the force. You know, you kill the antennas and you defy the god at the same time, so you kind of bring balance in that way. They're gonna kill this guy. You know, just different endings for different people. If that's your cup of tea, I'm sure that the endings really have no meaning unless there is a Lords of the Fallen 2, because, you know, whatever you get here really has no impact on anything else, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, we're gonna have to go through this path. This is where the... Look, I'm sending them flying. Oh my god. Like, what is going on in this game, dude? I see me being happy there. I have no clue, man. Anyways, the chest is right here. You see that guy on the floor there. You can attack him and he'll attack you back, so don't do that. Anyway, this is the planetarian chest that you can open. You get a sword, a strength-based sword. You get the guard's sword. Another strength-based weapon. It's not really that big of a deal. I'm going to show you guys here. If you guys want to see it, there it is. Oh, you can actually use it. It's just 9 strength. It's very interesting. There you go. Gonna go back to our our claws. But that's pretty much it, guys. We are on our way to fight the last boss. I gotta say, this playthrough has been quite interesting for me. Just like I said on the first episode, this is actually the very first time. No, I can't lie. This is the second time I've ever tried doing a post commentary. The first one was in a Dark Souls 2. It actually was Dark Souls 1 playthrough, but it only lasted 2 episodes of like 20 minutes each or something because I didn't like doing it like this. But I'm kind of digging it. This was cool. It's a lot easier for me to tell you guys, you know, whatever I have discovered from the game, all the secrets, all the hidden stuff, all the guides. Like, I can actually walk you through the game better when I do it like this, because I don't have to focus on evading bosses and getting frustrated enemies. It's just such a different feel. But I usually have a really easy time with this guy. Somehow, some way, he just kind of wrecked me here. BAM! And then he like bitch slapped me all the way down, which I think is funny. This cinematic happens regardless of whatever you do. You will always end up fighting him down here, so it doesn't matter what you do. Usually happens when you take him out of his, if you attack him enough to break his first bar, then he automatically does this to you. I just thought it was funny that he actually sent me flying, and the cinematic happened where I was being sent flying, which kind of worked out very well. I was having a hard time fighting this guy at the very beginning. You're gonna see me struggle a lot, because again, I'm used to not dodging at all, having the heaviest of armors and just freaking wailing at the guy with super heavy weapons. So, I don't tend to fight him a lot. This is actually only my 3rd time killing the boss. So, you know, I wasn't very used to the dodging mechanics on this battle, so you're gonna see me struggling a bit. Later on, I kind of catch up and I become kind of a god at it, so, you know, everything kind of works out. But yeah, you know, I wasn't very used to this type of commentary, and I want to know what you guys think of it, like compared to me kind of doing Let's Plays live. It would matter, it would mean a lot to me, guys, if you guys could give me your input, because it's very important to me to give you guys a nice experience, a nice chill experience where you guys can enjoy the game with me and we can have a good time together. It's nice. As soon as you take his bar off, however, he's gonna do this little animation where he just kind of gets angry, and he's gonna jump into the top of the tower, and when he does that, a couple of enemies are gonna spawn. Now, you can kill them. It is extremely difficult, however. Thing is, I think it just takes a couple of seconds, like 10, 15 seconds or so before the boss comes down again, and when he does come down, he's gonna automatically kill every single one of those enemies, and when he does, it's gonna actually heal based on the amount of health that those enemies have. So you have to be very careful. You can see him healing there. He's gonna kill them and heal them. So if you want to obviously lower that amount of health, you have to kill them. It's kind of a pain in the ass, but that's what it is. It is what it is, right? Other than that, he has 2 main attacks. See that attack he does where he kind of slams you with the back of his hand and then does this pierce attack with a claw that he has on that fake hand of his. The other move is this 3-attack combo that he slams with his hand there. He does it again with his other hand and then BAM on the floor. Those are his 2 main attacks. They're the first one is really easy to dodge, the 3-attack combo. I'm gonna struggle a lot, but after a while I learn how to do it, and it's really simple actually. All you have to do is worry about the ground pound he does, because the shockwaves are bigger than what they seem. You can actually dodge through the seismic ripples, but holy shit, it's just luck based. Like, I swear to God, man, it doesn't matter how good you are, that thing is just lucky. Like, if you get lucky, you can dodge it, but most of the time you're not gonna do it. The other attack, it becomes a little difficult where he just kind of backhands you. You're gonna see me die here. It's very difficult to dodge this fire sometimes. So I died there. It's kind of sad. My first actual death in the Let's Play, but it came at the hands of the last boss, so I'm not very sad about it, actually. Anyways, the backhand attack that he does is kind of a pain in the ass, because I found it that a lot of the times it actually hits me even if I dodge it perfectly. Like, the damage will actually trigger while I'm in the middle of the dodge, like on the perfect little middle of the dodge, it'll still hit me. So sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. It's hard to understand. I don't know if it's a bug or whatever, but it's very infuriating. It's, I guess, just all in all, it's not that very it's not very difficult to boss. So I guess complaining is kind of lame, but so this is the thing, guys. I am actually not sure if you get a special weapon out of this boss, and the thing is, the wiki says that you do. The wiki says that if you manage to kill the boss without him killing any of the zombies that he spawns, then you actually get a special something. The thing is, not even the wiki knows what special something you get. I couldn't do it. It's a very hard thing to do. You can see that the fires always spawn behind you. Doesn't matter what angle you are in, it'll always spawn behind you, and it'll sometimes hit you even. Look at that. I wasn't even close to the fire and it still hit me. So, you know, glitches, bugs, whatever. That's why I died on the first, when I first tried it. The fires just kind of hit you regardless of whatever you do. So sometimes it's awkward. This boss is very glitchy. This game is glitchy in a lot of ways, but anyways, I couldn't do it. I don't know. It's very difficult to kill all the zombies before he does. So I couldn't really, you know, I'm sorry guys about that. I have no way of doing it other than doing it. So you know, it's kind of a thing, right? So I can't really tell you. On the other hand, I guess it doesn't technically matter since it is the last boss, so whatever you get, if you do get something, it would only apply for New Game Plus, so I'm not really that interested in New Game Plus in this game. I just like the normal playthrough of the game, trying out different classes, different builds, and kind of living it at that. Anything else I'm not really that interested in. But I really do hope that you guys enjoy the playthrough, guys. If you guys have any suggestions as to what you want me to play next, or if you actually want me to touch on the lore of this game, then be sure to let me know. I guess I would be interested in just making you guys happy. That's the one thing I love about YouTube, is that I can make you guys happy and make myself happy by making you guys happy, which is great. I believe that fire can actually hit the zombies as well. Yeah, as you can see there, it kind of does. And But I guess it doesn't really matter, he kills them anyways. The amount of health he gains is not really that impressive anyways, because if you're wearing daggers, you're gonna do more damage in the time it takes for him to heal. That's a very tricky thing to evade. He's gonna... Those are... I guess I could probably explain his other special moves. He has this little poison thing he throws at you that lowers your max health. You can see that my health is lowered. I cannot raise it anymore above that gray bar. The other special attack he does is that he throws this kind of a wave of redness that kind of goes through the floor and hits a body. I believe he needs a body to do it, but he explodes the body of the zombie and he creates an AoE effect, which is actually very powerful. You really don't want to get hit by that, but you see, he can only do it when there's corpses close by. So as long as you're out and he actually managed to escape what I was about to kill him, which is kind of a shame, but if you manage to be able to fight him out far away from the corpses, then he's not going to do that to you, and it's really easy to, you know, not deal with it, I guess. But yeah. Not much to say, guys. Really not much to say. I'm going to leave it at this. It was a pleasure doing this for you guys. It was a blast. Hope you guys are looking forward to the Secrets video. My name has been Mr. X, and this has been Lords of the Fallen. Have a good day, peeps. Have a great day.